Yo, yo. Good evening, yo, yo. We're good. Good evening, good evening. Good evening, ladies and germs. Mostly germs, no ladies. This glove is way too big. Get this thing off me. It's too big. What the fuck? All right, yo, yo. Good evening, good evening. Out of league. Well, we didn't even play league today. I have been out and about. I've been a little bit busy. I've been resetting traps. I put more. This fucking rat we have. We have been a little bit busy today, honestly. But we're good now. Chilling. We are chilling. Well, these are metal. These are pewter. Either way, it's shit you don't want anywhere near you. Get away from me, ew. It's just a metal mix. Like tin, copper, some other additives. Like a soft metal. Yo, yo. It is a soft white metal mix. Used to be lead. Yeah, you don't want to work with lead. Used to be lead. These guys were never casted in lead, but like, yeah, back in the day, most minis were lead. Yikes. Much better these days, I gotta say. You're a fan of old minis, you're a fan of lead. Which is not the case for these guys, thankfully, so yeah. Down. Lead is no go. Well, they always say everything in doses, right? I just don't think you want a single dose of lead, I'm not gonna lie. Lead minis. I've got a bunch of lead minis that if I was to work on them, I'd work on them outside. I have, like, no interest in working on lead in a very confined space. Yeah. Battle for Middle-earth. Those are old, man. They're not even... Are they on GOG? Is Battle for Middle-earth on GOG? Pretty sure those games are swept under the rug. Like Taken Out Back, Shotgun. You know, Dogs on Vacation type of deal. Great games, but there's just a little bit hard to find. Taking them out back with the shotgun. Grave style. You want me to meet? You want to meet me at the Squabbling Goblin in Belmont, Massachusetts for a game tomorrow sometime? I will be there. The Squabbling Goblin. Yes, let me just fly over real quick during a weekday. I will be there. It's abandonware at this point, pretty much. I remember playing it on PC and console. PC and console. Those were the days. Those were the days. Is that even a... Is that a place? The Squabbling Goblin? Is that what it's called? Is that your local game store? The Squabbling Goblin. LGSs are great, man. I just wish they'd store more, or rather stock some Japanese products. Just had a really sad and stressful day. Life is cheeks. Sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear about that, man. It sucks. Was it some sort of was it a mishap in life? Was it somebody else's problem that became your problem, or was it just kind of your own doing? Life does get to you sometimes. I just got back probably an hour ago, maybe. Oh, sorry to hear about that. Yeah. It is... They only... They want what's best for you, but I'm not sure about job markets or anything, so I can't really chime in, but... You know, parents should be supportive. Which I'm sure they are, but, you know... That's shitty, man. They're ass right now. The job market, yeah. I just have I have no comment on that. I don't work like any sort of other job. I mean, I'm just online. I would imagine trying to get into what you want to do is tough in like any market. And if that's not the case, then just trying to find something that'll pay the bills. I mean, even then. Yeah, man, that's shitty. That is shitty. You know, sometimes giving family members space is kind of what you have to do. If it doesn't really work out verbally, I mean, just it is what it is sometimes. I am well aware. But we persist, and tomorrow is a new day, and who the fuck knows what's going to happen. It could be the worst day of your life, but it could be the best. Or it could be one step further in doing something, you know? It's very easy to live in the present and feel despair and misery and like nothing is happening and you're not going anywhere. Very easy to feel that.
Did I hear a rock and stone? Good day, Captain. How are you doing?
Hello, sir. We're good. Tomorrow we're going to be watching the skulls reveal. The skulls reveal we will be watching. I don't think there's going to be anything there that I'm going to, like, gush over, but maybe. There might be. One sec, sorry. We're good. I think that event's at noon. Pretty sure it's at noon. There we go. Well, I've got an electrostatic like pad. So this stuff doesn't really go anywhere. It just gets stuck in the fabric. It does not move an inch. I have overthought many a thing in this table. With this table, I should say. Just to be sure that nothing escapes me. There's too much shit in this hobby that can go wrong. Shadow of War? No, I've never played that. I did see the announcement, though, for the Kingdom Come team doing a Lord of the Rings game. Never played it, so I can't say for certain, but everyone does like it, so that's cool. Well, it depends on the sculpt. I mean, the casting process for metal is pretty crude. Spun. It's not a very dialed-in process. I mean, you're going to have a lot of issues, but it comes out fine. Sometimes you'll have wonky proportions, though, but it's not nearly as bad as, like, fine cast. Fine cast is horribly abominable. Metal is, like, hit or miss. Sometimes you have too many things wrong with either the casting, or it's too hot when it goes in and it just kind of like muddies the detail. There's a lot of like things that can go wrong. Sometimes things don't cast well. Metal minis just require a lot of like surface level cleanup. Way more than plastic. Plastic is just, technology is way different. Injection molding is super expensive, but super good. This is a different beast altogether. Sleepy low, sir. This is the, I've never played the game, but this is the credits song in God of War. I think it was also played at the Game Awards. Yeah, there was like a live performance. I think his name is Hosier, or Hoser. Man's getting them hoes with this song, goddamn. He's got me. I purchased a few Dremel bits that I kind of want to try out, but I don't want to like destroy. We're good. We're just chilling. We're gonna be here probably for the rest of the night. I'm not really doing anything today. I've been busy all morning. Busy in the midday, and now we're here. I'm just gonna be cleaning minis until I probably go to bed. God of War should be cool. There's only two new ones, right?
This week we have Skulls, next
Small.
week Act 2 of Season 2 of League, and next month we have Xbox Showcase, PlayStation Showcase and Summer Game Fest all in the first week of the month.
Jesus. Well, in 2 days, there's also 2 new movies coming out that I want to go see. Fucking Grogu and Mando are coming out, and Passenger, I think. There's a lot of stuff happening. A lot of stuff in the entertainment district. The world of get away from real life. Moji! That one should have been the God of War song, no? Was there a third God of War game that was supposed to come out? Like with the whole new system? Did they announce a third one? I know there's like a live action show coming out, but I haven't even played the fucking new games yet, so. I feel like there would be a third one. So many God of Wars. And they do well. It would only make sense unless the story's finished. I have no idea. If it is, then maybe move on to like a different pantheon. I want to try using sec. Let's try the Dremel. Dremel. Let's try this Dremel tool. Let's see. It's another mythology. I was gonna say, they probably, if they've already wrapped up the story, then move on. Right, make a new one. New problems. Holy fuck, that's tiny. Jesus. That's 0.5 millimeter. See. I usually never use a Dremel, but... Oh my lord. Is that even in properly? It's not even in properly. It's death. Death! Okay. It's not. It's not centered. Maybe we should have that kind of centered. Might be too small. I wonder how that's gonna work. Let's see. Let's fuck around with it. Wear the glasses so I don't die. That is way too aggressive. That's so aggressive. I don't know if this is gonna work. This is like the lowest setting. Jesus. Maybe it needs, oh God. That's terrible. That is not gonna work. Should not try this one. Hell no, that ain't gonna work. Well, you know, you gotta get to playing it, dude. If you haven't played the game, you gotta play it. That's what I have to do. Let's try this one. We are fucking around with Dremel. The RPM is just way too insane for this thing. It's just like cranked out of its mind. I'm not very convinced. I feel threatened. I think not using a Dremel on Metal Minis is a good idea. The RPM is just too crazy. I don't know. I'm not convinced. A little too aggressive. I'll fuck with that later. A little too aggressive. Better to just do it by hand. At least for now. You need one of those jewelry ones. The jeweler's Dremels always have like insane speeds. Like really, really low. That's just too crazy. It's too fast. It is simply too nuts. One sec. All right. Too crazy, too crazy. There was a guy who was doing that, actually. There was a guy who was building a Ironbreaker cosplay, and that shit looks so good. You'd be a human-sized dwarf. Large dwarf. Human dwarf. The shit people will build is incredible. It is absolutely incredible. You've got the patience, and you've got the skill, and you have, like, the 3D printers these days. Or maybe not, because that guy wasn't using a 3D printer. He kind of made everything out of, like, foam. It was incredibly impressive. Yeah, I've never seen them. I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. I've got no goddamn idea. Mochi. Ow! Mochi! Mochi. We gotta go in half an hour. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? No! No! You want to be squished? That's a yes. Mochi. He just wants attention. Mochi, I know you're behind me. I know you exist. You saved up for a combat patrol, but you're going to be jobless. No. Is it the Warhammer, or is that other problems? Warhammer does make one jobless. Unfortunately, at times. Well, everyone needs a bit of happiness. Hobbies are usually happiness. Big savings. You're going to get Warhammer with your big savings. Hey, that's happiness, bro. Spend wisely. But that is happiness. Hobbies bring joy. The rest is mandatory. The rest is mandatory service. Ay, ay, ay. Close to 1,000 points in Necrons. That's cool. It's a good start. I mean, technically, you only really need 2,000 points if you're going to play like a standard game, but even then, 1,000 points is good. You can stop when you need to stop. The Kroot. The Tau scum. The Tau need more auxiliaries. There needs to be more alien races in-game than just, like, the Tau. Well, not the Tau, sorry, the Kroot and the Vespid. Cool, but, like, you can do a lot more. You can do a lot of stuff for that army. Mochi. Mochi. Yeah, that was called the, oh my god, what was it called? The Great Narlock Beast. The Great Narlock, I think it was. Yeah. That thing was cool. They had him in, Forge World. And they had him in Dawn of War, right? If I'm not mistaken. It was your big relic unit. Maybe they'll do something with that. I mean, the Kroots seem to be... The fact that they have, like, their own starter launch box is kind of telling. I mean, that's a big step forward. Despite now, I'm not sure sales or anything, but yeah, they had a pretty big showing. What the Beast Snaggers had, they had. And the Beast Snaggers are more of, like, in addition to. Same thing with the Kroot. If you like the Tau, you'll like the Kroot. If you like the Orcs, you'll like the Beast Snaggers. Or at least that's what we hope. That's what we hope that you enjoy. Maybe. They might. I mean, they're most likely going to do all the super heavies, all of those big, like, Tau mechs. I don't really know the names of them, but the ones beyond the Riptides. Fuck, you could even do the Manta. Put the Manta in there. The Manta could be, like, the super transport. Sky's the limit. Hopefully tomorrow they do show a little bit of Total War, but I doubt it. And if they do, it won't be anything crazy. That game's going to pop off. There's no reason it wouldn't. Total War, Warhammer, you know, that was kind of a swing in the dark. And that thing popped off. And it saved fantasy. But for a game like 40K that's already still established and still very popular, yeah, if it's well done, it'll do numbers. It'll be really, really popular. And then at that point, everything is greenlit. You'll have, like, every unit playable that's at least in tabletop. You'll get your Primarchs, you'll get all your races, you'll get your named characters. Very, very interesting to see how they handle the voice work. I guess we'll see. Very, very curious. Oh. Slanesh player. Oh, God. You like what you like, though. You do like what you like. That's fine. It is not a crime. People just don't want to converse with you. It's a verbal crime.
Is that all you've got? You must have more!
What's your favorite Clone Wars episode?
You're talking about the OG or, like, the animated series? I've seen them. It's been a while. Animated series. There was a few ones with, like, horror involved. I think it was some sort of, like, brainworm or some shit at one point. I thought that was pretty damn cool. That was an interesting episode where they had, like, the Jedi. I forgot what they were doing exactly, but they were on some sort of, like, reconnaissance or, like, search and rescue. Yeah, that was a very interesting thing. The Geonosian brainworms. It's been a while since I've seen that show, though, but I do remember that episode. He's got Geonosian fucking brainworms in it, bruv. He's got it from the fucking fish and crisps. The Brexit brainworms. I'm gonna go see that in 2 days. It's the new Grogu and Mandalorian. I mean, it looks cool, but then again, I like a lot of the underworld stuff. So if I get to see Road of the Hutt, more of the twins, if I get to see like the Dedrick fucking monsters brought to life from like the OT series, there's so many like cool things that are kind of up my alley that I do want to see. It's like what the Boba Fett show should have been, but it's in Mando. Might do a day trip down to the warp shop, about 45 minutes on the train. Do it, man. Every time I see them do anything, they're always doing something cool. They're stocking fucking new, like, model Tamiya kits. They've got Gundams. They've got Warhammer. I've never seen so much stock in one place. Then again, I don't live in the UK, so I can't tell you, like, how normal that is over there, but, like, I'm on the website, and I'm looking at things that I've never seen in stores in Canada, ever. And that's, like, kind of cool to see. It's like, you guys stock the entire range of something that, like, would never see the light of day here? That's kind of cool. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah. It's much more mainstream, for sure. It's the home of Warhammer. I still need to go to Warhammer World. It's been like 20 years in the making. I need to go to Warhammer World. We're a little bit past the point of Bugman's Bar being just about dwarves, but I still want to go. I need to go. Get me over there. How did you get into it? What, Warhammer? Stepbrothers. My stepbrothers had Warhammer, and I was like, what are those? And I was already into, like, miniatures and things, just not Warhammer. And this was early 2000s. So when Lord of the Rings was still in theaters, I was doing Warhammer. So this must have been 20 plus years. Good times. Very, very good times. Well, it depends on where you live, for sure. I mean, you'll have a lot more in the way of hobby stores and things in countries that are more inclined to be doing that stuff. It sucks that some places don't have it, considering people are interested, but yeah, what can you do at that point, you know? What can you do at that point? And not every hobby store is going to even stock Warhammer. You'll see a lot of Gundam. You'll see a lot of, like, scale model kits and things, which is cool. But, you know, if you want the world's most popular war game, you got to stock Warhammer. Got to get your Space Marine kits off the shelves and into everyone's hands. That's pretty cool. Hey, the people you know, man, it's fun. It's good to hobby. Not everyone's going to be into it, but if you are, you understand that it's like a great thing for mental and just kind of spending time doing something you like, hopefully. And at that point, it becomes more of a lifestyle and less of a hobby because it becomes part of your everyday goings on. You know, you're like thinking of Warhammer, doing Warhammer, reading, gaming. It's more than a hobby, I think, for a lot of people. Well, your first minis will never be good. It's the memories that you need the most, right? You don't think when you're younger, you just do. And then when you're older, you overthink. Maybe not everyone, but I certainly do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. It's worth giving a shot, man. I think when it comes to the hobby, you should always try and like integrate into your community, because that's really what hobbies are built on, at least in terms of wargaming is community. You can do it alone in a room by yourself talking to people on Twitch, like what we're doing now, but you can also go in and converse with people and do things and share things. I before I do my big Lord of the Rings stuff for the Warp, actually for Ryan, I'm gonna be doing a little for fun participation kind of like GW thing where you build and paint a mini in 7 days and then you bring it in and you get your little ribbon. And I thought that'd be a little fun kind of like icebreaker for not having painted in a little bit. So, you know, doesn't need to be anything. It could be the smallest thing. Go meet, go talk, go take on something that you can do for, you know, your local scene, right? I gotta leave in about 10 minutes for a little bit, not for long. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's a social hobby. It's very much meant to be with other people. Doesn't mean you have to do it that way, but yeah, you'll meet a fair few cool people. Probably. You'll definitely deter a lot of people, which might be a good thing. You could do it. Be cool. Dude, it's OG WoW. Vanilla. Do do do. Close enough. Close enough. All right, we got to finish up with this guy, and then I got to take a little break to take Mochi out, and probably hold off on eating. I'll eat later tonight. Excuse me. Plagues have gotten me. Ye old wretched plague. Pretty much. You become what you do play. You gotta go take a bath. Although I don't play Nurgle. I've never played that. I've never liked Nurgle. I've never played Nurgle. Ew, gross. Disgusting. Oh, it's fucking disgusting. Nope. We set up a bunch of traps, so I put 2 more out today. Cleaned up a bunch of stuff in storage. Tried to give him a very direct line to the afterlife. So we're gonna see if the next few days he'll decide to somehow get in. And if he is in there, well, yeah. We do know it's a rat, though. The droppings are huge. There's piss everywhere. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. Those things are fucking vile. They shit and they piss wherever they want. Well, it dug a hole and got into my storage space through a wall. So, yeah, bastard.
Shut up, you dickhead, now fuck off!
That's a nice dwarf.
Thank you. Dave, thank you, sir. Yeah, he dug a hole through a wall. And he's been chilling in my storage space, so he's got to go. We got to bust out the Drake gun. We got to cook the rat, take him out for good, and then eat him. We need to eat the rat. Although maybe not. They're pretty dirty, but, you know. His birthday, I think, is August, I think. August? Ivana knows. All right, let me take a little break here to go take Mochi out. And then when I come back, I'm just probably going to still chill. I want to get done a few more Slayers anyways. Maybe like one more tonight. Considering these guys aren't so bad. They're not completely fucked up with issues. So... I'll be back in 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. BRB. Oh my god. Ugh. I need a drink. Alright, BRB, folks.